Ty_2. Shout out to Ty_2. He says, get Jaxson Dart in the first round, regardless if Aaron Rodgers signs or not. Or get Arch Manning next year. So to me, man, I love the Arch Manning element, man, because a lot of people seem to love him. I have not watched him enough to fall in love with him just yet. And you know how that goes, man. We always hear about these quarterbacks every couple of years, right? Or every so many years. They can't miss products. Caleb Williams, the Trevor Lawrence, the Andrew Luck. And I think Andrew Luck maybe, I want to say Peyton Manning. It had to be somebody in between it, right? But, you know, those type of, this is the next perfect prospect. This is the next guy, right? I don't get enamored with that. But for the people that do feel like early on they think that this guy could be the answer, I don't hate that approach of going to get him in a year. I would personally rather do that than get locked into something with players that I don't think are the long-term answers. And in terms of drafting Jaxson Dart in the first round, I'm open to that as well, man. Dart looked good, man. The more I watch him, the more excited I get, but the more other people watch him, and nationally, he's talked about a lot more now. And they talk about him being one of those guys that has risen up from being a mid-round guy to a first-round draft pick to a guy that they don't think would even last to 21. That's a way different conversation when you're talking about drafting him in the first round. If we got to go into a top 15 or top 10 to get him, what do we have to give up to acquire him? Those are the things that we personally have to kind of weigh. And now we start to ask ourselves, is he worth what we would have to give up to get him asset-wise? And how long does he take to get up to speed, etc.? But Jaxson Dart's a good player, dang good player, man. I like what I saw from him, man. And like I said, the problem is a lot of other people liking what they say from him as well, man. And the more he gets talked about, the more he gets known. Just like the kid from was it Louisville? The more he gets talked about, the more people get a chance to see him. Yeah, these dudes are shooting up draft boards because the premium on that position, the value that position holds, when you see anybody that looks like they have the characteristics to be able to do that at the professional level and be one of those guys that you can rely on for years, yeah, man, those dudes don't last outside of that first round, let alone outside of the top 10. And Jaxson Dart is being talked about like one of those guys as well.